Coach's Corner with Coach Adam Fossett, presented by the B.B. Comer Alumni Association. And B.B. Comer continued to roll last week with a pretty easy win over Isabella. Coach, good morning.
Good morning.
A little bit conversation about Isabella. Went on the road last week. It was always tough to win on the road.
Yeah, tough to go on the road. Tough environment. They have a good fan base, and we found ourselves trailing 7-6 early, which we haven't trailed since halftime of the Dadeville game. So a little adversity, which is good for, honestly, I think it was good for our guys, and they were able to rally and kind of get everything righted and back together and score points. It was 21-7 at halftime. We come out in the second half and they kicked us. We score on the first play, get them to go 3 and out, and then score on the first play of the second drive. So we put up some quick points and pulled away and kind of finished it off in the third quarter.
You know, the second half has been good and not so good for B.B. Comer. You got to play a lot of people again this past weekend with a win over Isabella. But talk about some kids who contributed in last week's win.
Some of the main, one of the main ones that really helped us out is Michael Kirksey, and he's playing a lot better, playing well for us. But we told, he's on kickoff return. He plays defense for us, and he's on kickoff return. And we told him they have nothing to lose. They may try to steal some possessions with some onside kicks or something like that. And coming out of the half, they kicked it right to him, and he's on that front line. He covered it. And he took a shot to cover it, but he got the ball, secured it, and got down and gave us good field position. So.
Expect the unexpected, I guess.
That's right, no doubt. Christian Jefferson's playing well as a freshman defensively for us, making some open field tackles, and I think he's rising to the expectations of being a freshman and playing with all those older guys that are on the field. So. Those guys are stepping up for us. Obviously, Devin and Kamor are playing well. Devin did some things well with his legs and threw the ball decent. Kamor is all over the place, running the ball for us. And the thing that we see now is, and we've kind of challenged Kamor with it, is what are you doing when you don't have the ball? So Friday night, at one point in time, he's blocking, Devin's carrying the ball, and he's blocking. You see him run over a kid at the line of scrimmage, and then he's downfield trying to block another guy close to the end zone to get us a score. So just seeing him in open space, blocking and getting after it is good. But, man, we're still able to spread the ball around to a lot of people. Got a lot of guys, Rayon Sims and Richard Weed, Devin, Kamor, that we're able to get the ball to. Tristan Garrett and Cam Gaddis are coming in for us. So we've got a lot of things that can go on there for us offensively. Defensively, still getting good play out of a lot of guys. Noah Wimmer has been playing decent for us. You
have a lot of fun with him, don't you?
I do. I have a lot of fun with Noah. He always makes me laugh, and he's also the reason I have some gray hair. So.
But you know what? He's really grown into a football player.
He has. He's grown up, and man, he's done a good job for us. Just still correcting some things at that linebacker position for him. But he's willing to learn. He's willing to get better, and he takes to the criticism and the coaching and works to get better. So from a kicking standpoint, he stresses me out because I never know where it's going to go when he's going to kick the ball. So, but. We saw in the Cordova game, he's got some range. So at some point in times and in games, like, we'll be up 40 to something, we'll have backups in, and Noah will be like, "Can I kick a field goal?" I'm like, no, we're just gonna let the young kids play. If it's fourth down, we don't get it, we'll play defense. So, but he does a good job for us. Have a lot of fun with him. I've seen him grow a ton over the past 4 or 5 years. So,
B.B. Comer favored in the last 3 games of the season and should win all 3 games. This is really for the area championship tonight, isn't it, or tomorrow night?
Yes, yeah. Thorsby's undefeated in the region as we are, and This pretty much kind of locks it up. I mean, we have to finish out and handle
Sure.
business after that. But the winner of this game controls the region. And when you look at when you're looking ahead and seeing those things, you want to be the 1 seed. Obviously, you want to be the highest seed that you can. You want to host as many games as you can and be able to have the playoffs come to you as much as possible. So we were fortunate last year that just the way the bracket worked out and the seeding worked out, that we went on the road for the second round and got to be home for the rest of it. And just kind of depending on the bracket, again, depends on how that works out. So, but yeah, our goal is to win the region. Our goal is to go 7-0 in the region, and we don't. we're kind of at a point now, especially with this team, where we're not shying away from that goal. Mm-hmm. Our goal is to win all our games in the region, and
been a long time since that happened. Undefeated season, matter of fact.
Yeah, I think that 95 year is the last time that happened. So, to be able to have that feat and to be able to do, it's kind of a challenge for each senior class. Hey, what are you going to do that the previous class didn't do? So. This class has a tall task of, what are you going to do that the other class didn't do? So a 10-0 season would be something that last year's class didn't do. So, but again, big picture, moving ahead, we want to make a deep playoff run and get a shot at hopefully playing for it again.
Dream season the last 2 years for B.B. Comer and their fans and supporters of B.B. Comer. Undefeated, ranked #1 in the state in Class 2A. How do you keep this team from falling asleep at the wheel?
They've done a good job this year, just kind of staying focused on what's going on, and you have little distractions here and there, and this week's homecoming week, mm-hmm. so we'll have a big crowd, and there'll be a lot of alumni come back, and all of that. There's been so many distractions during the week, with dress-up days and activities and homecoming courts and stuff like that. And as a coach, man, you try not to stress out about it, and you try to get your guys locked in at 3 o'clock for practice. But it gets tough. It gets real tough. So when we get to tomorrow. Pregame meal, that's when it'll be, hey, all that other stuff's over, and everybody's coming to see us win the game and for us to win a homecoming game. So we got to get locked in and ready to go, and that'll be important.
I know that you don't take accolades to heart so much, but how does it feel to be the second winningest coach in the history of B.B. Comer?
I don't know. I don't really see. I haven't had the opportunity to even process all that has happened. I think it's a blessing to be able to be here and to be able to do this. And the story of when I got here, how I was and how the program was. We were kind of made for each mm-hmm. other at that point in time. So it's been a great opportunity for me. It's been a great opportunity for my family. And we're grateful for the system for allowing us to come back. And I've been blessed with having some great assistant coaches over the years that have wanted to be around and wanted to be part of the program. And I think that was the big key with Comer, and I've said that before, is they've always had athletes, they've always had students there and kids there that wanted to be successful, but you had to have a collective group of coaches that wanted to be there and wanted to put in the time. So, across all sports, we've had that over the past 5.5 years, and we hope to continue that and continue to have the kids have the passion for the game and for us to continue helping them to grow into young men and women. And that's the ultimate goal.
At the beginning of the season, the conversation talk was, well, this could be B.B. Comer's year, but after this year, but you've been able to build a nucleus of younger players that will be with you next year too.
Yeah, we've got some young guys that are going to be able to step up and play, and I think going into next season there will be a lot of question marks as to who is going to be in what spots. But we do have a strong nucleus of juniors. And I was kind of looking at that group the other day. We do have a good group of juniors, and we got some younger guys that need another off season. They need another weight room off season and to grow another year, and they just kind of fit into those spots. So the biggest question mark I think for us is it's a realignment year. So you wait on those region realignments to come out. We have some bigger numbers in the younger classes that
You
are
expect
now.
to say 2A?
It's going to be close. I mean, honestly, it's going to be real close as far as 2A, 3A, because enrollment's gone up, and we have more kids, and we have some young classes that are now 9th and 10th graders that are big classes, and it's kind of a misreading because they're big classes, but they're also female heavy. So. When they're doing the count, they don't look at that. They're not just thinking about male sports or football in general. So they're looking at total numbers. But we'll kind of cross that bridge when we get there. But we have been able to we've been able to play those young guys, and they're getting experience, and that's why we do it. That's why we don't try to put up 70 points a game or anything like that, because I want to play some young guys. And we have young guys that'll play. We have like freshman linemen now. We'll throw Tylen Parrish in at center as a freshman, and he looks to his left and looks to his right, and he's got 2 seniors on each side of him. Man, that's pressure. So you better go out there and perform with those guys. So.
What do you say that hasn't been said about the great running back Kamar Harris?
I think him continuing to get better, and the selflessness of him and Devin and all those guys. Like all season long, there hasn't been an issue about carries. There hasn't been an issue about who's gonna get the rock. Kamar blocks his butt off for Devin. When Devin has the ball, if Kamar's split out and we put Ray in the backfield, then he does his job there as well. So. I think the selflessness of it, I think the understanding of the big picture, him being healthy week 11 through 15 is important, and getting him to understand that has been huge, and he understands that, and he knows that there's going to be a game where he may have to carry the ball 20, 25 times. So he's ready to do that if he needs to, but he also understands, hey, let's save our legs for a game that's close and it's a nail biter.
And Devin Harvey, quarterback, he has really made strides in throwing the football this year.
He has since the Ramburn game. He's kind of taken it personally to get better at throwing the ball. He's done well over the past couple games throwing it, and again, you got to look. Playoff football, you can't just run the ball because they're going to put 8, 9 guys in the box and just dare you to throw it if they don't think that you can throw it. So we've got to be multidimensional. We got to be able to do a couple different things to have a couple different weapons and be able to throw the ball. So and with kind of how we've been moving our guys around a little bit, we also have Chris Wilson now, who can go from offensive tackle to a tight end, and we split him out some too. So he goes from 51 to 21.
Don't start that again this morning.
Well, you'll see it again, I promise. So
I'll be ready for it this time.
Yeah. So when he's out there,
he's not a freshman either, is he?
No, he's not a freshman. He's a senior, and he's a big target, and he caught 2 passes in that last game, and just like watching him move and how athletic he is.
Now you move him around defensively quite a bit too.
Oh yeah, we move him all over the place, and the kid is an athlete. He's another one that you've seen just grow over the years and turn into this this amazing athlete that has really helped the program over the past 3 years.
Quickly before we go, Thorsby homecoming tomorrow night, kick at 7 o'clock at Legion Stadium. A lot of people will be there, old grads coming back. But this is a busy time of the year for you because you've got these athletes that are drawing attention from these colleges and universities. How much time do you spend in that?
Yeah, you know, I'm on the phone a lot with these college guys and recruiters, and honestly, with the transfer portal, man, it's almost like a sales pitch every time. You know, you're trying to sell these guys, and you're trying to get them the looks that they deserve and the looks that they should garner. And to be honest with you, I don't understand why Devin and Chris don't have offers. Like, it blows my mind. It baffles me. So Chris had an opportunity to go to Ole Miss last week. Was invited to Ole Miss, and him and I and one other player went over there and kind of soaked it all up. And he's, you know, he fits in the mold with all the other guys walking around there, and could play, you know. And Chris is one of those guys too, where you can slim him down and let him play outside linebacker, or you can put 20, 30, 40 pounds on him and put his hand in the dirt and he can play defensive tackle. So just guys like that, it stays busy. It's I think the general public thinks it's just football, but it's a lot of logistical stuff.
Yeah. Thorsby tomorrow night. Keys to success against Thorsby.
We've got to stop 6, 4, and 10. That's their guys that are in the backfield. We've got to stop them. I expect them to line up foot to foot and try to go straight ahead. They're going to put 7, 8 guys on the line, and they'll have a couple big guys, sniffer backs, that they're going to just try and push ahead and get short yardage. If they get behind, I look for them to spread it out a little bit. But I think they'll try to shrink the game and kind of control the clock a little bit. So, but we've got to make some big plays. We've got to make sure that we stay sharp on special teams. And big key is we got to get locked in. We got to get over all the things that have gone on this week and lock in and get ready to play football.
All right. Coach Adam Fossett, the head football coach and athletic director at BB Comer, our guest this morning. BB Comer and Thorsby homecoming tomorrow night. Parade this afternoon about 3:45 in downtown Sylacauga. Coach Adam Fossett Show brought to you by the BB Comer Alumni Association. Go Tigers. More after this.